All right, guys, I just wanted to show you something real quick that I find very, very interesting. Does this chart look familiar to you guys? I don't know. Looks pretty familiar to me. Okay, so here is MAGA in the first couple of waves. So you had your initial pump and completely dump. People called it a rug. Solnic did the same thing. And now we know that this is before I took over. It was based on some bots and all this and that. But it did the same thing. Pumped, completely dumped. People called it a rug. I just saw that. Then you had your initial second wave, which is the same thing that MAGA did. So you had your pump, your dump, your initial second wave, and then you had your initial take profit, and then you had your automatic rally. Same thing happened. Initial take profit, and then you had your automatic rally, and then it just kind of grueled down sideways. And it just kind of grueled down sideways until it finally broke the trend. Until it finally broke the trend. And now we're creating higher lows, just like MAGA did. Okay? This is when MAGA was probably the same market cap, by the way, as we are right now. Okay? And then after all of this, by the way, if you think that, it sucks what we're doing now, before it broke trend, it was 388 days. So consider yourself lucky that this happened so quickly. All right? And then it went on the next wave. Same thing. People took profit, rolled down, third wave. People took profit, rolled down, fourth wave. People are taking profit. This is exactly what I think is going to happen for our coin. Structurally, these look identical to me. And not only that, this is very, very clean Wyckoff accumulation, okay? So let me just pull up a Wyckoff accumulation schematic for you. Basically, if you don't know what Wyckoff accumulation is, it is the rounded bottom, if you will. This is the cycle oversimplified. You have the accumulation phase, the markup or the bull run, you have the distribution, and then you have the markdown. The market does this over and over and over and over again. And here is the textbook Wyckoff accumulation. You have your preliminary support, your selling climax, your automatic rally, your secondary test in phase B. Sometimes it's lower than your selling climax, not always. Sometimes you have a spring, sometimes you don't, followed by your sign of strength. Okay? This is what I see, guys. Your preliminary support, your selling climax, your automatic reaction, your secondary test in phase B. I think we're primed for a sign of strength right now, you guys. And because this is so early, the sign of strength, realistically, because the market cap is not even a micro cap, it is less than that. It's an atomic cap. Realistically, what that means and what that looks like, in all likelihood, is another leg higher, just like MAGA did. Although technically, after it had its change of pattern, like we've already had, it did get an SOS and traded sideways for a bit before the real leg went higher. So I think that this is we're somewhere in here, in my opinion. And they were at the 236, and this is also where we are at as well. We're literally at the 236. So here's the red line. We're just hanging out at the 236, just like they were. So I think very, we are primed for another leg higher, in my opinion. So continue to DCA. Fundamentally, like this chart is, fundamentally the project is amazing. There's no other meme coin where all the top wallets are doxed. You know who's in charge. You know who the community is. It does not exist, first of all. And then in addition to that, like we have some real fundamental things going on. But if you just want to look at the charts too, the charts look amazing. Continue to dollar cost average, continue to diamond hand. Realistically, I think $100 million is the low end of the spectrum. I think that we can get it to $1 billion market cap would be the medium, and then about 6 or 7 billion would be the higher end of things, and that's $5.89. So just think about how much you would have at those numbers, if we get to $5.89, how much money would you have?